Hello guys, my name is Kiki and welcome to my channel. I've been a crafter for almost 30 years. Yeah, that long. But if you want to learn how to decorate your home on a budget, hit the subscribe and the like and stay tuned.
DIY number 1, and for that we're gonna make a beautiful wreath, and I'm using this grapevine wreath, some moss, also this terracotta pots that you can find at Dollar Tree. All of this you can find at Dollar Tree or something similar, and I'm gonna use all of these, twine, and also I'm gonna use a needle just to poke my grapevine wreath. But after we have all of this, we are gonna thread our needle, and then we're gonna grab our terracotta pots and we're gonna measure them, make sure that we have them where we want them, just like this, and we're gonna go all around our wreath, playing around a little bit with our pots just to make sure that we have them where we want them. So I'm gonna go all around it, and after I finish playing around with them and making sure how many I need, and I used 14 for this wreath, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start placing them where I want them, and for that I'm gonna use my needle and twine. Yeah, not needle and thread. And I'm gonna poke my wreath, go under my terracotta pot, and then go under my wreath again, just making sure that I'm grabbing that grapevine wreath. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie those ends together just like this. After I finish just tying that knot, I'm gonna turn it around and start all over with another pot. Let me show you this one so you can see it again. We do it like this, then we go on the back side, we tie it really tight, and that's it. We're gonna go all around our wreath, putting our pots the way we want them until we have all of them like this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some foam. I got this from a local store. You can use the Dollar Tree one. And after that we're gonna add the moss. But first I wanted to add my bow over here, and I want to add this piece that I have from Dollar Tree from last year. I think you can find them this year, and I'm gonna tie those together. Then I'm gonna add my bow, and I'm gonna fluff it really well to make sure that I have the pots that I want showing. After I have all of that, I'm gonna bring back my foam and I'm gonna cut pieces like this. You can see it in the corner, and then I'm gonna add them with a little bit of hot glue on all of my pots. Then after I finish with that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my moss and I'm gonna cover that. Now we have all of them with foam, and we're gonna grab the moss, and we're gonna grab a piece of moss, not a lot, and we're gonna cover that foam just like this. I'm using green Spanish moss, but you can use reindeer moss or any moss that you want that you can find at Dollar Tree. I'm gonna continue doing this until I have covered all of my pots completely, and here you can see them. Now I give it a good trim to all of that moss, and then I'm gonna take the succulents from Dollar Tree, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start adding them to the pots that are looking upward. And for those I'm gonna continue adding my succulents. This one is from a local store, but I just love those leaves that are cascading on it. It looks beautiful. But then I'm gonna continue adding my succulents from Dollar Tree on all of those upward looking pots. When I finish with that, we're gonna have a beautiful wreath. So let me just finish adding my beautiful succulents. And this one I decided to change a little bit later, and you will see that I added another one, not this one. But I'm gonna continue doing this until I have all of my succulents on my wreath, and you will see that it looks beautiful. Now I'm giving it a good trim here and there, and that's it. Here you can see it, and this one is one of my favorites. I just love it, and it will be perfect for spring and summer. Let me know what you think of this one in the comments below, because yeah, I love it and I'm biased. And this is part of the bunnies hopping around the world. And in the description box down below, you're gonna find the link to DIYS, who is the host. There you have Johnny and Diane. They are from DIYS, and you can go and check them out. I know you're gonna love them. And also you will find the link to the playlist so you can see what all of these beautiful and talented ladies created for this awesome collab. DIY number 2, and for this one, we're gonna take all of our ornaments from Christmas, and I saved this ones because I want to do something special, and as you can see, I have a little bit of everything. You can go out and grab some ornaments and grab some spray paint. You don't have to mix or match your spray paint to the color that it will end up being, because this is just a primer. And as you can see here, we have them. Now I'm gonna take plaster from Waverly, and I'm gonna paint these two bigger ones with this plaster from Waverly. For that, I'm just gonna go all around it with a sponge brush, just like this, making sure that I covered everything with that sponge brush. And after I finish, I'm gonna take my Hippo water slide decal paper, and I'm gonna print this beautiful set that you will find in the description box down below. It's from designbundles.net, and it is a free one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray it 3 times like the instructions of the Hippo water slide paper says. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them to make sure that I have these beautiful designs to add to my ornaments. I just cut them all around. After I have all of them cut, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add them to water like this. Just flatten them down, leave them for 10 seconds, and after that they will be ready to add to our beautiful ornaments. I added a little bit of water to my ornament, and now as you can see, I'm going around with my decal, cutting a little bit here and there just to make sure that this gets all flat, and flattening it down with my hands just like that. As you can see, I'm a little bit off center, but you can see what I'm doing here, adding a little bit more water, and that will be it. Now I'm gonna take this beautiful lavender color, and I'm gonna take this ones and I'm gonna paint them in this beautiful lavender color. And you will see that all of them have a different color to them. You will see why a little bit later. I'm gonna continue doing that, repeat that to the other one, and let them dry. Now I'm gonna take this ones and I'm gonna take pink eraser from Apple Barrel, and I'm just gonna paint them completely just like this, going all around. And also after I finish with those, I'm gonna let them dry really well. And for this ones, I'm gonna take this beautiful aqua color that I have from Folk Art, and I'm gonna paint them completely like we did with the other ones, just going all around and painting them completely and letting them dry. Now that they are dry, I'm gonna take my plaster in my lavender color, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the plaster just to paint the thicker lines that those ornaments had. That was a little bit of glitter, and it is raised, and it will look beautiful. So I'm gonna do that with this plaster color, and after I finish with this plaster, I'm gonna take those other raised lines that you can see, and I'm gonna paint them in the beautiful lavender color that you can see that I'm doing here. You don't have to do this, but I just wanted to use that beautiful pattern on my ornament to make it pop a little bit more and look more Eastery. So I'm gonna continue doing this until I have finished, and now as you can see, I painted the other ones the same way. And now what I'm doing is I'm just using my wood burning tool, and I'm just burning those ends, and I'm making holes with it. You can use a drill or you can use this tool, but be careful if you're using this one. Use it on a ventilated area because you can see there's a lot of smoke and fumes. And I'm gonna continue doing this to all of my ornaments until I have finished with all of them. And now I'm gonna take this dowel and I'm gonna cut it to size using my miter shears. You will find the link in the description box to my Amazon front store, so you can go and check these ones out because I just love them. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start adding my ornaments to my dowel just like this, sliding them down like this to make my beautiful topiary. Now I noticed that I cut my dowel a little bit bigger than I needed. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it like this, and then I'm gonna add my finial or my top ornament. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue here and there just to make sure that this is secured and that we have a really good grip on this so they won't fall apart. I added a little bit of hot glue here, and now you can see it, and it is looking beautiful. For that one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pot, but it failed first, and that's it. And here you can see them together, and they are looking so beautiful. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these ones because I love them. And yes, I'm biased as well.
If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I would love for you to subscribe and become part of our YouTube family. But if you're a returning subscriber, you know how much I love you.
DIY number 3, and this one is quick and easy. We're going to take a wood round that you can find at Dollar Tree, some antique wax, and I'm going to go all around it to my wood round with this antique wax. I'm going to cover everything. And also, in the link to my Amazon front store, you can find this wood rounds if you cannot find them at Dollar Tree. And you will find all plaid products because I'm a plaid ambassador and I just love all of them. I'm going to continue just staining all of this completely until I have finished. And then I'm going to take a wet wipe and I'm going to wipe all of these excess of the paint like this. Then I'm going to let this dry completely so I can add this beautiful decal that I made, and you cannot see it, but I will show you a little bit later on. Let me just get it ready. And now you can see it, and it is a beautiful bunny. You can just type eyeglass bunny on Google and you will find lots of beautiful images that are free and you can use on your Cricut. Now I'm going to remove the transfer tape, and here we have it, and it is so beautiful. Let me cut the excess because I made it a little bit too big. And after that, we're ready to decorate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my beautiful solo wood flowers. And for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue them on this corner. You can use any flowers you want, but I just wanted to use my solo wood flowers. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of hot glue over here and gluing them around. As I told you, you can use any flower you desire, but look how beautiful these ones look. I just love them. And then when I finish with this and I add another one in that corner, that will be it. But you can add a beautiful beaded hanger or a rope hanger or maybe a twine hanger like the ones from Dollar Tree. But I think for me, this one is perfect. Now let me show you. And here you can see it, and I just love it. Look at that. It is so cute. This one is so cute. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments below because, yeah, I love it too.
If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. That's the free way to help your girl out. And remember that in the description box down below, you're going to find the links to all my social media so you can go and check me out over there. Hit the subscribe and also hit the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video.
DIY number 4, and for this we're gonna make concrete bunnies. And for that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these bunnies that are foam, and you can find them at Dollar Tree, and some spackling that also you can find at Dollar Tree. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover my bunnies using the spackling, going all around like you can see here, just giving it a beautiful texture with this spackling. And I'm gonna go all around it, adding a little bit of water here and there because my spackling was a little bit dry. When I have all of that done, I'm gonna let them dry really well. And when they are dried, we're gonna take this, or our bunnies, a paper plate, and also we are gonna take mineral from Waverly. We're gonna take elephant and silver lining. And with this, we're gonna make that concrete look on them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add to my paper plate a little bit of every one of the colors that I have here. Well, that was hard. A little bit of every color that I have here. Then I'm gonna take a sponge and I'm gonna start sponging my colors, starting with my mineral, and then I'm gonna add the darker one, or the elephant, and then to highlight I'm gonna use the silver lining. So I'm gonna do this all around my bunny until I have everything covered, all nooks and crannies, everything. And when I have it, looks like this. Now I'm gonna repeat that with the other one, and you can see that they look beautiful. Let me know because, yeah, these ones are one of my favorites. If you want to buy me some crafting supplies, you will find this link in the description box down below. You don't have to do that. You can support your favorite creator by watching, sharing, and liking their videos. But if you want to buy me crafting supplies, this link, you will find it in the description box down below, and you will get a shout out in my channel. And here you can see all of them together once more. I started with the beautiful wreath, and then you will see all the other ones together. Remember that this is part of the Bunnies Hopping Around the World collab, and in the description box down below you're gonna find the link to the playlist and also to Janny and Diane's channel, Decor Easy, so you can go and check them out. I know you're gonna love them. They are so awesomely talented. And go and check out what everyone else created for this awesome playlist. And when you finish, you can come back and watch some of my other videos.
And that's it for today. This is everything I got for you. Let me know what you think of all of them in the comments below. Take care, my beautiful friends. Bye-bye.